Well, hi everyone. It's me, Kisma, and Lauren is here. And maybe some more creatives from the Visionary Artist Path school community will come in. Um, but it's us, and it's our May live Smash Book Sanctuary. And um, this today I thought I would really give an intention, because Smash Book um, is sanctuary is all about therapeutic art or art therapy. And I'm tired of pretending that the world isn't fucked up right now.
Mm.
And as an American, I'm tired of supporting a bully president who's waging war, who hasn't done one thing he promised the American people he would do, but in fact has done the opposite in all counts. Um, and I know that some of you watching this, and Lauren, you're Canadian, you're not dealing with some of the aspects that Americans are, but you're still being affected. Your countries are still being affected by tariffs and war in some cases, and other strange factors that it seems like America as a whole is placing on your country, or your lifestyle. And I'm here to say it's not all of us who are American doing that to other countries. Right now we're actually more a stronger population towards, if an election happened today, um, I feel very confident he would be voted out. A new president would be brought in because he's losing his followers. I'm not a political person, but this is a political life that we're living right now. When you go to the news and every day you're learning that there's a potential World War III. And a World War III affects all of us on
Mm.
this planet, because a World War III would probably go into a nuclear war. And
Mm.
that's a serious reality we all have to look at. So I personally have not been doing any art or any creativity for how I'm feeling. So half of me right now is walking in disbelief, walking in, yeah, there is fear. I believe in the positive. I believe that we have the ability to change things, but we have a rogue uh, uh, position of power in operation right now. And that's a serious thing. That is a serious thing. So I'm asking us this time, and maybe you're not affected by it. Those of you who are watching this, and or Lauren being here, maybe you aren't affected by it. Maybe you're just like, oh well, it's life, whatever. But
Mm.
I keep having things screamed at me from all around the world in light worker networks, with really dire messages. And then the work we're doing is putting out, of course, sending out beautiful messages of light and love. But um, we need more. We need more of that going out there. So what I'm asking maybe for us to focus on today in our Smash book, and I chose watercolors intentionally, and I'll explain all of that why, is when we journal, to be honest, to be really, really honest with yourself, because Smash Book art therapy is not about anyone else, really. It really is a personal statement for yourself. To really journal how you're really feeling about the state of affairs with regards to um, impending World War III, okay, or what's happening to your country with regards to the current American president, and to be honest with how it's affecting you. And then, we're going to open up and ask for, um, that I'll guide us through writing something a little differently to the divine with this, and then we'll go into the watercolor. And the watercolor, the choice of watercolor is to allow that expression to shift and come out of us with the intention that we're sending this love and this peace and this gentleness into the earth, coating our atmosphere with it, the love and the gentleness, so that every other person on the planet can become filled with it and embraced with it, whether they realize it or not. And of course, I'll be walking you through that process. It's a specific method we're going to be doing. As Smash Book sessions go, you do not have to do any of that. You can absolutely just do your own thing if you want to. That's what I'm doing, and that's what you're going to see on the video and what I'm going to be talking through. So you do what feels right for you and what feels best for you. Um, just don't create in denial. That's all I'm asking you to do. Be truthful, be real with yourself and how you're really feeling. Um, and you have the permission to create in denial, but you need to look at why you're doing denial, because that's part of your own healing then, and probably a way that you live your life is always in denial, and that's just a truth. So it could be a healing, a recognition also on a personal level for you, of a behavior, of a personal psychological behavior that you do. So we always have a reason behind what we do in Smash Book therapy, art therapy. Lauren, you have any questions about where we're going?
I don't. I think it's pretty clear, and I already have some ideas of what I might like to paint. And
Well, I'm going to be demonstrating a method, and then you can choose whether you want to do that or whether you want to do it differently.
okay,
Okay, because it's slightly different, but yes, keep those images that are coming up out of you, because you can absolutely bring those in, right? In
yeah,
through the method, the technique. It's not a method. I take that back. It's a technique.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a pretty technique. I think you'll like it, and you'll see, oh, I can do some things with this. And maybe because you're watercolor, maybe you've already done it. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
All right, so let's just go ahead and we're going to just take our breaths together. So just settle in, squeeze your legs, your thighs, just to feel your body, to become aware of the fact that you are right here, right now, and just gently tap and squeeze and feel those thighs as you settle into your body temple. And today we're going to allow our attention to drop into our heart chakra, and drop into your heart chakra. And as you settle in, just allow the vibration and the frequency of universal love to begin to flow through you as you're naturally breathing. And then settle quietly into your body. And let's take a full belly breath, inhaling for higher mind. And a second breath, breathing in for body, temple, light body. A third breath for soul. and with your focus truly in your heart chakra, surrounded by the universal vibration and frequency of love. We're going to take a fourth breath together, a breath of unity that will open us to the vibration of universal love that exists on this planet and in the atmosphere of Mother Earth. So let's breathe that fourth breath in, the breath of unity. And exhaling and imagining, sensing, visualizing, perceiving that your breath of love is now flowing into Mother Earth's auric field, and it instantly, at the speed of light, circulates around the planet. And, and then imagine that you are literally viewing the Earth from space, and you see our beautiful blue-green planet, and you see the essence, the aura of love around the entire planet. And if that's a color for you, then see that color. And just know that you matter and your intention counts. And then just bring your awareness to the back of your closed eyelids. And as you blink your eyes open, I'm going to head over to the workstation and continue from there.
Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Oh, you hear me. Okay, good. All right. Okay. And you can hear me over here, correct?
that's right.
Okay, good, 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 good. All right, so here is my Visionary Artist Path School Community Smash book that I made with all of you. And it's a new book, right? So I haven't gotten very far in it, just what we've done at the beginning of the year, our breathing deep, grounding and centering right there. And because you too have a grounding page in your book, if at any time while you're doing this session, you start to feel anxious because of unwanted thoughts about life, then just come, yes, just close the page for a moment that you're working on. Come here, put your hands, just take a few breaths, and then go back to the page you're working on. So that's how we use our grounding and centering page. Here's our relaxing page. You can also go to your relaxing page and just focus on it, letting go. And we will actually use these two in just a moment. So I just want to come to where I think I'm going to pull a blessing. We did this in one of our other sessions. So I'm just going to pull out one of these. Okay, meaningful. Yeah, I think today is really, really meaningful, and compassionate is on the other side. And that is a wonderful thought or intention or blessing to open up to receive also while we work today. So I'll just set that right there so I can see it. Thank you for that acknowledgement that it is meaningful. Okay, so here's the page. So one of the things that we're going to do, I'm working in to begin with in pencil. Um, and I'm choosing to do that because when we work with anything that's really in, impactful and dealing with a true negative emotion that's inside of us, I find that I tend to want to pull pencil to begin with. So we're writing our intention down and how we're feeling about um, what's going on in our world right now. And again, remember, if you're not doing this, then write whatever the intention of your Smashbook session might be. And I'm going to go quiet as I write my intention. Don't forget to breathe.
Mhm.
I'm letting someone else come in. So, okay, and then just continue writing your intention down. And I'll take a hi, Cindy, welcome. We're already in process. And today's a serious intention that I've set. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it is based on how bringing out of us how we're really feeling about the state of affairs in our world right now. With a rogue US president, the impending World War III that's raging around, all the inconvenience and hardships placed on not only the American people, but other countries, and how that's affecting each one of us in our own personal way. So the intent, and you do not have to do this, but I feel that it's important that we need to all be, you know, in process with it. And so our intention that we are writing right now in our Smash book is just about how we are personally being affected, how it's affecting us. So I've just started, and all I've started off with was in today's world climate with a rogue US president, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to continue. And then if you could just let me know when you're done writing your intention, and we'll move on to the next part of doing our prayer to divinity.
I'm finished.
Thank you. Who's still writing?
I'm okay.
You're okay. All right. So I'm going to continue with the the blessings. So I'm still in pencil, even though it's a mixed psychedelic color pencil. So I'm going to write the standard, but it's going to be just a little differently. So please guide us. So I'm opening up my prayer to not be just about myself, but about
Mm.
all people on the planet. Please guide us, love us, heal us, change us, because I think we have to change us, teach us, and bring unified understanding and compassion of peace. May peace prevail on earth. Then, of course, I'm signing off with my heart and my name, as I always do. And this is what my session is. My breath, every breath is what I'm sending into the Earth's atmosphere, circle around the planet. So I chose a watercolor technique for today because I feel are requesting love and peace and healing, because I feel that's what the Earth's people as a whole truly, truly needs. I felt watercolor would be perfect for this. And if you're working in watercolor, you will need your blow dryer or paper towels to blot it up so that we can continue on in it. But I would recommend working with a larger brush, you know, a larger brush. Let's see. Oh, that one's stiff. That's the one I want right there. And of course, your water cup. And let that soak in a moment. Now, of your watercolor paints, just take a moment. If you're tuning into this intention or whatever your personal intention may be, um, just look at your palette for a moment and allow 2 to 3 colors to really jump out at you that you feel supports your intention, your prayer. And then what we're going to do is add some color filled. Um, so go ahead and take a moment to get, oh, I don't want my battery to go dead. I'm going to get those, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm sure you don't need it, but I'm using that yellow, I'm using this. And I think I'm going to use blue because I think blue is really, really needed. But I'm going to use a blue-green maybe. So those are my 3 colors. And I'm getting them wet so that the watercolor pigments can get spreadable. And I have my brush soaking. I have my brush soaking because we're doing wet on wet for this. And all we're doing are color fills. No rhyme, no reason, but you've got to get your page wet and then go and grab a brush full of one color and bring it in. Just bring it into that, let it do its thing, and then go on to the next color. And get your whole page wet if you want. See why you need a blow dryer for this one. And I did not pre-gesso the page because, as you know, if you're experienced with watercolors, you know that gesso changes the consistency of how your watercolors spread. And let every color just connect with one of your prayer requests. They're all doing that, but also just remind yourself what you wrote. Get a paper towel. And that's all the painting I'm doing. And I'll show you why as we move on to the next part. So go ahead and blot up water and then blow dry. So I'm going to go ahead and blow that dry now. And I want to say that as I'm blowing this dry, in my mind, I'm just going over and over again the prayer that I wrote. And I'm kind of using the blow dryer air also as part of my breath, letting that intention go into not only my surrounding and immediate um, auric filled and environment in my home, but also trickling out from my city state into the world's atmosphere. How's everyone doing? Are you guys still there?
Still here.
Good. Okay, so I thought, well, before we go on to the next part, that what we could do is the peace chant, if you're up for that. And it's really simple words. Um, it's just, may peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in my mind. May peace prevail in my heart. May peace prevail on earth. And there's more to it, but for this, for today, if we can, I'd like to chant that 3 times as putting our breath of that intention into our earth's atmosphere. So it's just may peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in my mind. May peace prevail in my heart. May peace prevail on earth. Does that feel good? Does that feel okay? So um mine is almost dry, but I'm going to put my hands on it because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to chant that out, and then I'll go on to the next part of this technique. We are peacekeepers right now. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, may peace prevail on earth.
May
May
peace
peace
prevail on
prevail
earth.
in my mind.
Peace
May
prevail.
peace prevail in my heart. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in my mind. May peace prevail in my heart. May
May,
peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May
May
peace prevail in my mind. May
may
peace prevail in my heart. May
may,
may
peace prevail on earth. And it is so. And just send that out into the earth's
is so.
atmosphere. And
Yes.
know that we do make a difference by adding a frequency of love and peace for all of the people on this planet. We do make a difference because we become part of it. Um, so this part is still damp, but this part is dry. So I'm going to actually begin the technique there and continue to blot and dry as you might need to. So at this point, the technique goes into taking like a Sharpie, and I have all my multicolored Sharpies here, but I think I'm going to work with just black. I have all my blacks usually here. And then I work with one at a time because I empty them out. And when I empty them out, I throw them out. I don't put them back in here. But this is kind of like a doodle art in a way, because now you're going to come in and you're going to allow the image of what you're feeling, of what you're holding inside. And this is, to begin to come out. And so it just becomes whatever you want it to become. And you're just making whatever comes forth for you. And you can add words, you can add flowers, you can add anything, but do you see how simple the technique is? But we're holding and letting go now with our breath, everything that we began with in the intention, and beginning to really flow with the peace and the love and compassion and healing for all peoples on the earth, for a better way of life to come in. And I seem to be making a lot of teardrops. So to me, that instantly tells me how deep my sorrow is because it's bringing out visual tears, you know? So pay attention to your shapes even. And you can change it once you recognize something. But it really is just an intuitive process. Whatever wants to come out, just bring it out. And when your mind starts to wander off onto other things, like what you need to do today, or, you know, anything like that, just take a breath and bring it back right to here so that you keep your intention pure and strong. And take a breath and release your intention into your auric field, knowing again that it trickles out into your personal home environment, into your neighborhood, through your state, through your country, into the Earth's atmosphere and around the planet. This is a form of what's called sympathetic magic, where we keep an intention going. And in this case, the magic is that we're bringing out this visual and using our breath to continually put forth that energy of intention with pure dedication to it. And you don't have to do just black, you can do whatever colors you want. So, this page is still a little damp, so the ink doesn't come out as nicely. So I put the earth over here, and I'm making our auric field around the earth. So the three of us, what we're putting out, I'm actually putting it into the earth environment. It's auric field. This needs to change colors. So let's hope this one works. Oh, it does. And I have to tell you that I'm actually feeling really emotional right now about what we're doing. And that to me says that we're effective. People don't realize how simple it is to include your energy into a effort that's going on worldwide, and that when you link up to that frequency, it will give you an impouring of love because you open up to what the other groups of light workers are doing, and suddenly you begin to feel that impouring of love. Really, it reminds me of, for those of you who grew up in the 60s, we had these things called peaches. They were notebooks that we put our school papers in, and they were orange or a yellow orange or something like that, goldenrod maybe. And you used to doodle. And you know what, Cindy, you're Zen doodle. And I feel like that's where that came from, that's what,
Mm, yeah, I
you
do
know,
remember those PGs folders very, very well. I could see them. I could feel what they're like and just the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. I hear puppy
Mm.
breathing.
Well, that's Haley snoring. Is it bothering you?
Hey, no, I love it. I truly, truly love it.
Okay.
Because the piece of animals, right, I think are a huge indicator of the vibration that's around. I know they
Oh,
also
absolutely.
get,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. That
yeah,
too.
yeah. So this is perfect. He's just adding to the
Mhm.
frequency of what we're working with. It's funny, this little weird piece of, I don't know, foliage or something like that. It suddenly became representative of all the people on the planet, the different nations and countries and tribes, and I I fully see that as a representative of them. So I'm going to trust that and let that be. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So doodle art has its place also in the scheme of really important um, magical workings. And I bet you didn't think you were going to come and do magic. Little did you know. I didn't know we were doing magic, but it's being called out of us. So I think
Cool.
That's important. So this is really going away from this particular watercolor technique because um, when you begin to do doodles, uh, and you're doing it as a piece of art, you're really making intricate patterns and um, not so big and garish and, crazy. But this is not about fine art or even creating art. This is about expression, emotional expression, release, intention, and knowing that you truly make a difference. I'm just coming back here because we're coming to the end of our time together, and I just want to do a check-in. So I want to come back to both of you in your process and just say, I am not a religious person, but there are certain wisdoms that have filtered through the Bible, through current religions, and one of them that's really coming out to me is that the old saying, when three or more of you gather together, right? And I mean, it goes on for a specific religion, but when three or more of you gather together, that we have that ability to focus in on an intention. And I think it's really apropos, Cindy, that you came in and sealed that energy field, the three vibration of sending that forth. And it's kind of like that tribal unity. I know, right? It's an
Yeah.
applause for sure. It's an applause for sure. So I know you're probably still in process. I am, but once we end, I don't add anything to it because it's the vibration of our togetherness in it. And but I just want to open up and give a space if anybody wants to share what they're working on or what's going on with you. You're very welcome to. You don't have to. Oh, let me make you big, Lauren. Oh, your earth inside the heart is very cool. Here, bring it to your right. More, more. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Love, kindness. What are the ones down at the bottom?
Karen.
Peace. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. That
Thank
feels really good. Yes. Yeah.
But the whole process was very healing for me,
you.
to be able to just get my anger around the situation out
Mhm.
uh, on in writing, and it to make like it doesn't make sense to me. Like the writing is just angry writing. But then when I put my watercolors on, it gave it like it's okay. It's okay to have these feelings. And now, how are you going to walk in the world today with a smoother kind of tone? So that's what the watercolors did for me, was it
Mm.
gave it smooth, kind of smoothed out some of that emotion. And then I went in with the black marker as well. And um, I think it's kind of amazing how, we all come up with something unique to our situation, even though it's what's going on in the world. Um, but on this side, uh, I first started with the lotus over here.
Right.
Yeah, and then I thought, well, I need to have, I want to have a fire over here. So I made this fire, but I wanted it to be representative of people in a so people in a circle, and it's the circle of love. And as we unite,
Nice.
in your prayer, and we come together, no matter what our differences are, come together, yeah, to bring to our land and our universe some love and peace. I think it's always really
Mm.
so profound. But and this was amazing, and I love the chant too. Um, all of it. It's such a great tool to
Mm.
use when you're in kind of in that place and you want to, you know, rid some of it. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're very welcome. And, I mean, that's, I think, one of the great assets of the Smash Book art therapy is that we are not going, we don't have to go to it right at because we're fucked up. We're really in psycho, deep in working with a
Episode.
psychologist. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We can go to it for life, for what's happening. I mean, we're all affected right now by the same scenario. No matter what country we're in, we're all affected by a narcissistic or narcissist, rogue president who thinks of himself as a superpower in the
Right.
world and bullying all the countries, um, even his own, and
Mhm.
that whether we're the people of that country who also are getting the poison arrows from other countries because they tend to lump the entire people of a country together, like it's you
Yeah.
Americans, or
Yeah.
whether you're in another country facing the wrath
Hmm.
of a demonic person, because he's demonic in my opinion,
Yeah.
and waging war and bullying other countries. We're all affected by it right now. We're all affected by it. Different
Mhm.
degrees, yes, but some
Yeah.
worse than America. But Americans have it. Those of us who don't support a political party, I am not your president. You are the
Yeah.
enemy from within. Think about that. Think about, if you're from a different country, think about being called an enemy from within.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's devastating.
It is devastating, and it does something to your
Yep.
heart and to your mind.
Hmm.
And it makes
Yep.
you, and it brings in shame. It brings in shame to be an
Yeah,
American.
it does.
And
You
why?
almost don't want to, if you travel overseas, you almost don't want to say, oh, yeah, I'm from the United States,
I want a fake passport. I want to get a
Yeah.
different passport. So that's all affecting us, and we have to find ways of letting that go. So when if you find, and this is so important, no matter what country you're in, if you find another layer of this deep emotion, because we've got some deep emotions. I mean, now that we're talking, it's like, this whole thing, the whole shame is coming out now. And I go, I need to do a page on being
Just that.
ashamed
Yeah.
that I'm an American, my country. I'm
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I
so
know. Right.
yes, and to give yourself permission to go back into your smash book, and however you do it, work through releasing that too. um, Lauren, being a Canadian, I'm sure you've got anger and resentment
I'm
towards.
angry for you. I'm angry for you. It hurts my heart that
Mhm.
my friends have to go through such shit. That's
Yeah,
how I feel.
yes. And something else has just come up where I feel this is another important thing we have to do. And I don't know how to do this. But just today, I don't know if and I try not to do the news, but today in our climate, we have to stay abreast on what's going on. It was announced that Google and all these different AI companies and Microsoft among them, is now in contract with the American Pentagon. And what screamed through me was, holy shit, that's the beginning of Terminator.
Yeah. 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 I
Wow.
know. It's that's what it is.
And
Mhm.
this is going to affect every country that is using Google, number one,
Yeah.
using Microsoft, number two, using OpenAI. There
Mhm.
were two other AI systems that I'm not familiar with that are part of this joint contract that has been formed with the Pentagon. But my instinct immediately is, I can't use Google anymore.
Wow.
I
I'm
can't
like,
use Google anymore. So that means I have to transfer everything back to Safari.
oh my gosh.
Because
Yeah.
How can you,
I know.
how can we use any
I know
technology that has formed a contract with the American Pentagon, who supports?
this administration. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I know. I know.
It's going that far. It's going that far.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a
So,
controlling maneuver. It's
mhm.
all about control, I think.
Yeah. Control, power, and his own narcissistic ideology. Because he is. There's no
Well,
doubt
a
about
man who has mental issues that is finally
it.
being brought out, he really
Yeah.
has mental issues by his past chiefs of staff and other people, and they're coming forward and finally
Yeah.
admitting he has
Yeah.
mental issues.
Yeah.
And then his
Well,
new propaganda of every US president from this point forward
yeah.
will have to go through mental cognitive testing. And it's like, mental cognitive, that's for dementia, you idiot. and
Yeah.
and you have mental issues.
It's this dichotomy of, for me, of crying. Like when you just said what you said, Lauren, I started tearing up because I appreciate your empathy. But I think a lot of people are like disgusted with us, and it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. Um, because he's destroyed all our relations with other countries
Mhm.
Yeah.
lately, unless
Yeah.
you're a
and
country that
people
has a dictator.
yeah, and people don't realize who
Mm,
haven't been opened to
yeah,
a certain conscious level or perception. They don't realize that all of those angry words and thoughts that they're shooting at this country and this country's people is hitting us. And we're pretty wide open,
yeah,
and it's so dense. The energy here in America is so dense,
it
and
really
it's
is.
hostile. It's hostile for those of us who don't support the administration, who do not
Yeah,
support. And um and 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 even for your country, some hardships have been brought against your country,
yeah,
Lauren.
yes,
And there's in me as an American, there's that it contributes to that feeling of shame,
Mm,
that, oh my God, your country's being hurt too. That means you're being hurt.
yeah,
yeah,
You're being hurt by
yeah.
my country,
Mm,
let alone looking at, I may not agree with certain countries' cultural belief system, but they're under attack. And the way he's doing it, by just the threats of complete genocide for that country, that's
mhm,
wrong.
really
yeah,
wrong.
so wrong. Hmm.
That's
That's
really crazy. That's crazy.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, we haven't seen that since the Holocaust,
that's
Yeah,
right.
you know.
exactly. Yeah, and I think most people, we vote, and however the cards drop is how it is, and we go on. We go on. But this is a whole different ball game, I can tell you. And I knew, I felt inside that it was going to be worse this term, because I thought the first term he's in there, he didn't have a clue what he was doing. I mean, his assistants and stuff would walk around and go, "Do you think he's going to make it 4 years? Because he doesn't know what he's doing." And now he's had that 4 years. And
Yeah,
so this time he comes in and he knows exactly. I mean, Project 25.
Yes,
Um,
that's right. He started with that. Yeah,
and I've never liked the man, but I've never felt so like what comes up for me sometimes is, well, first of all, I think the assassination attempts are all fake.
They're all fake.
And
I agree.
and
Mhm.
thirdly, I think I wouldn't mind somebody assassinating him.
I
And that
know.
is a terrible thing.
It is not terrible because I believe it's going through many of our minds because it's like this is the person. And I it's a conflict. It's raised conflicts inside of us, but I have said those exact words.
Yeah.
I'm okay if somebody takes him out. In fact,
Yeah,
why is he still in office?
Yeah.
exactly.
Why is he
Why?
still in office? Why
People
is
have
this
been
criminal
critical.
still in office?
He's a criminal. I mean,
He's
he's a
making
pedophile.
billions of dollars for his family. And a president isn't supposed to make any profit off of the presidency. And
No,
he's doing insider training with the stock market and his buddies. It's so in our face illegal. It's so in our
all the
face
time.
criminal. That's why, so Cindy, you came in a little bit late, but that's why at the beginning I did preface it by saying, look, I feel like we all need to focus on this, and I think we all have to really. We walk around in kind of in a enforced denial that this horrific state of affairs isn't going on, and we all try to be
Yeah,
oh, life is so beautiful and rosy, and but none of us are really coming together, and we're creatives and we can affect change vibrationally, visually, statement wise, at the
mhm,
risk, and I say
yes,
this to you, Lauren, at the
Yeah.
risk of having our doors broke down by ICE agents. Doesn't
yeah,
matter that we're American citizens,
yes, never.
It's,
No. Mm-mm.
because that's the gestalt, right? That's
Mhm.
Yep,
the modern
abs
gestalt
Yeah.
militia.
absolutely. Yeah.
So
And now it's all the voting, taking the voting
they're
rights away
taking
from
our
people.
voting rights away. That's what they're
Yeah,
working on.
that's what they're doing
Yes,
now.
Lauren,
Mhm.
that's what they're
Because
working
we have a primary coming up, very important one,
Yes,
and it just shows how much cheating he's done in the past, and it's just we are when he's out of office, and I say when, not if, he will
he
be
will
out of
be.
office.
Yeah.
It will take years to
Yeah.
repair the damage he has done.
I don't even know if we'll see a
I
complete
know.
healthy
Yeah, healthy
I
environment.
yeah, I think that the entire system that is now what we call democracy with all these political parties, honestly, that has to completely be transformed into a new system. And what that new system is, I don't know. But the one that is in place now in America, I can only speak for America, is so corrupt, so criminally minded that I can no longer support it.
No, oh no, 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 no. And it's hard when well, I live in a community that's very red,
Me too.
Republican, and
Yeah.
I I feel it. I feel it on a daily basis if I go out and about. And the overall feeling is I feel like people are they have their walls up like never before, you know. And so, I'm like, "Hi, how you doing today?" And it's like kind of like, "Who are you?" We're just being friendly. We just want us all to be nice to each other. Can we please? And
Mm.
last night I went to the First Friday here downtown in the Route 66 area, and all that stuff. And I had a great time. I talked to some great, great, great people. Um, but you can also tell the people that are so staunch Trumpers.
Mm.
They and you cannot talk to them really about anything because they would disagree with it.
Oh, they
And
attack you.
yeah,
Mm.
and that's the other thing. It's so, in the past you could talk about your differences and still get along. Okay, we argue, but we disagree, but so okay, it's okay. Not now.
Not now,
Not
you
now.
can't. The other night, Jack and I take evening walks
Yeah.
for Gracie, and an art. We always did, even when we didn't have a dog. And I we were walking through the neighborhood because we go down to the beach and watch the sunset. And we were walking through the neighborhood, both going and returning. And I was having people waving, right, from the clearly identified Trump households because they flew the flags and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
and
the sign
and
and
I'm like,
everything.
God, honey, why
Yeah,
did he just wave at me? Wait, why did they just wave at me? I was wearing a red sweater.
that's
Oh,
it.
I was
That's it.
wearing a red sweater because
That's it.
they ignore completely. I
Mm.
have a peace pole planted in the front planter.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the first week it was planted, people came by. I mean, families brought their kids by. I could hear them because it's just right outside. I could hear them telling their children or having their children read what it was. I mean, there are
Yeah.
other Democrats and other parties in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they were talking to them about what it means and stuff like that. And people weren't parking, they were keeping an open girth so that anyone
Oh,
driving in could see it. Now I've
mm,
got the humongous SUVs parking to block it.
yeah.
Seriously. And I know they're from the Republican households because I watch to see where, and it's like they fuck. Oh, sorry, I drop the F bomb a lot,
Go use the F-bomb as much as you want.
but it's an intentional blocking so that
Yeah.
the
So you
message
don't
can't
get
be seen.
harassed. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I
well,
have a sign and I've been hesitant to put it up. It's a colorful sign and um it's all about you're welcome here. You are welcome here. They may take you out of your home, but you're welcome in this home. Just to,
That's a
yeah,
statement. That's a profound statement.
yeah.
Put it up. Put it up.
No, I'm going to. I'm going to. It's over here. They have all they still have all the Trump signs up,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
like, God,
Your
please,
daddy lives here with Trump is a
yeah.
huge sign on the side of one house in the
Mm,
neighborhood. I can't, when I walk past it, I'm sorry. I spit on the
yes,
ground in front of their house. I spit on it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
and
disgusting,
yeah,
disgusting.
it is, it is in so many ways. Yeah,
Well, I
it's so
don't
many.
want to keep us going because we're going
Yeah,
deeper and
I
deeper
know.
and
And we
deeper.
could go on and on and on
Yes, we
about,
could.
but
Yes, yes, we
thank you for this, Kisma, because this is cathartic. And I think, yes, we can't be in this
mm,
deep sorrow and
or
hate
denial.
or
We
denial.
cannot be in
Right,
denial.
denial. That's the
yeah,
best all day long.
Yeah,
But to find the peace and to find the love, we could just go to our, our heart. That's
yeah,
how we hope, you
yes.
know? And it's, yeah. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm gonna be, this was very selfish. I did this for me. I did
Well,
this for me because I
too.
needed it.
but it
Yeah.
was good for all of us.
Yeah,
And art brings people together,
yes, it does.
Yes. 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 In so many
even just
ways.
three, even
So
just three.
I'm going to seriously invite you both because I'm going to do this
Mm,
to take a picture and post this to our Visionary Artist Path community
Yeah.
to make a statement that we're not afraid to stand up and say no, unacceptable, and
mm,
we stand for this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think,
I would for sure.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's important, I think
We'll
that's
do it
truly, truly important.
do it as soon as we get off this call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everybody is so worried about
Yeah.
speaking out the truth of how they're feeling.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And this
Because
is a
there
good
are some communities out there, there are some art communities out there. I mean, I've heard them and I'm like, wow, why would you do that? That are almost promoting, don't go into the negative, don't look
all
at
the
the,
time.
be,
Kiss all the
I
time.
don't get
Like
that.
if you even open your mouth and say, Oh, yeah, we don't talk about politics or religion here. Well, you have to be able to get it out. That's what
We're
artists do.
artists.
We're
Hello.
artists crying
Yeah.
out loud. I, I think it's that denial.
It's
Don't talk
denial.
about it, it won't happen. Well, it is already happening.
It's
So,
already happening and we're in
yeah,
it. And that's how
yeah,
I got distracted up onto a different emotion, but that's how I started today by saying, you don't have to do what I'm focusing on today, but if you
that's
don't,
a good way.
and I usually don't do this, I usually don't say this kind of stuff, but if you don't, you need to look at why you might be in denial of looking and and being
Yeah,
aware and processing what's really happening in our world today. You can
yeah,
do whatever
yeah,
you want. And then if you are, and if you do something different, realize and recognize that you need healing. You need
yeah,
serious healing in that area, right? Because you're in denial. You're not even
absolutely.
allowing yourself to process in a
Yeah,
art therapy session how you're
right.
feeling about what's happening in the world
Yeah,
today.
yeah. And it's off. I compare it to when I'm a recovering alcoholic, but when I was in my drinking mode, um, it was a great way to cope because I could just
Mhm.
keep pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it. But eventually, you
Yeah,
have to deal with it.
you have to deal
So,
with it.
it feels like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cosmic Smash Booking was started for women alcoholics.
Really,
Yes, it was of of art,
as a tool.
a tool to
Yes.
get in touch
Oh,
with why are you drinking? Let's go to that
yep,
first level and to peel
yep,
back the
yep,
onion
yep,
skin, right? To keep
yes.
peeling back the layers. So to use one book just to start with one and then just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper.
That's
And it's
awesome.
such a powerful form of art therapy that, I'm a certified life coach for art
Yeah,
therapy, right, with Udemy University. And I think it's I latched onto it as, nope, this is my form of art therapy.
yeah, yeah. It can be used in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Yes, but the fact that it's like in a container, like in a container, and you can go and look. There's nothing more pleasant to me than looking at all my journals and just going through and going, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
what was that about? Or what? Oh, yeah." I love to do that.
It is cool. And the biggest positive, I mean, there are no rules in smash booking, but
Yeah,
to know that we dump our real feelings on the page through our journaling, and then we
yeah,
just send out our prayer to the divine or whatever we feel personally connected with, and then we create. We and we're not creating negative visions. Like I identified, oh, I have a lot of tear shapes at the
mhm.
beginning. Oh, I really feel deeply sorrowful. But they as you recognize different things, they transform, and then all of a sudden I could make a flower, or all of a sudden I was able to write the word peace, or it frees up. We become liberated. We liberate our own self.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
that's so
thank you both for being here.
Thank
Where,
you.
true.
where three or more of you are gathered,
Right.
their
That's right.
change is affected.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yep. Thank you. You guys
Mm,
enjoy your weekend.
you too, you too. And
Okay.
for those of you out here viewing this replay video, I hope you gained as much
Mm.
uh, depth and impact as we did here today. So thank you. Until
Thank you.
next month. See you next
Yeah.
month.
Okay.
Bye. Wait.